back at Valley High School 10 years later. When we first started this, April 6, 2013, I'd have no idea that we'd be sitting around the table with you all, like reminiscing on 10 years of laughs, of achievements, of goals accomplished, of all the amazing things that you have done. And we started this for a simple reason. We simply want to come back to Valley High School, a school that gave us so much, that poured so much into others, and make sure that you all have every opportunity to be your best selves.
Going off what Lynch said, we created the creed really and truly to speak life to each of you, to affirm you, to motivate and encourage you, to remind you of what each of you have set out to accomplish, and that was to be college graduates. When we talk about, we will be honor roll students, we won't quit in the face of any obstacles, we'll be leaders in our community. Each and every one of you have embodied those things, have accomplished those things, and I couldn't be more proud of you.
So for me, college didn't think it was something for me. But when I joined IYT and they took me on that very first field trip to Stanford University, and I got to see firsthand what it could be like for me to be on that campus, to see firsthand people that look like me walking those halls, and to know that my mentors came from the same place that I came from, Valley High School in South Sacramento, and now they're grown and successful. I realized that that's something that I could be for myself too. And I realized in that moment that that's something that I would do.
I believed in this program because of the Mikes. They came with an idea of supporting this campus and the young men of color where there was such a need. And after 30 years of service on this campus, you just learn to love the people and the spirit of it. My role in the program was merely just to be of support, to be able to feed you, to make sure you got to and fro from any activities, and to tell on you when you were misbehaving.
I believe the greatest hurdle that I overcame because of the brotherhood was definitely my college completion. There's definitely a lot of times where I felt like giving up, but just looking at the faces of the young men that I served motivated me to want to do better and be better, not only for myself, but for my community.
Yeah, and I think it's important that we talk about why, right, even this, right, community is important, right? I think belonging to a type of community that we've been able to establish over the years, right, is what brothers need, right? We need accountability, right? We need mentorship, right? We need community, right? Because that's the very essence of what is going to propel us, to your point, Sam, being able to have the students right around us, to look to, right, and say, I gotta show this brother an example, right? Us being able to have men, right, to look up to, right, to see as an example, right? And that's what continues to keep this community moving forward.
I wanted to piggyback off of what you said, because if I didn't have this group, this community around me, I literally have no clue where I would be. I don't have a vision because it wasn't something that I imagined for myself. So I wanted to thank you guys for just being here and pushing me. And then I wanted to shout out to the brothers that are in IYT, because at the end of the day, all we have is each other.
I totally agree with everyone has so far. 3 years after I moved into the US, being inside the Capitol building and seeing, how laws are passed, and many of these laws, are passed to help our communities and people like us, really motivated me to not only go to college, but also pursue a career in political science and become someone inspiring to young people like me. I wanted to come back into my community and be able to, help create change. And I think IYT was a huge part of it. And I love that I can come back and inspire more young people.
I had the privilege of working in this community for 27 years, specifically at Valley High School, and all you guys sitting around the table are still my boys. There was definitely a need, and I've seen so many groups come and go in those 27 years, all well intended, but they didn't have the stick-to-itiveness. You ever said no to Lynch? Okay, then you know what I'm talking about. But you guys came with an idea, and you needed someone on this campus to help. I was glad to do it. It sounded like a great idea. Any good idea needs consistent work behind it to make it work. And I just felt close to you guys, and I wanted to make it happen. And 10 years later, here we sit. From 17 of you guys to 3,700 of all of us guys. And it's going to continue that way until we get them all. Because one thing about working in the Valley High area for so long, it was like a gold mine that no one could find. These kids, so smart, so loving, so generous, so kind, with so much potential. But the thing was getting them to believe it. Once you can get them, once we got you guys to believe it, you went like crazy because it was true all along. And for years, society told you it wasn't true, but we're here to tell you it's true. Now you know it is, so you will pass that on. Man, and I intend to stay and help IYT in any capacity that they need. I'll even go on another camping trip. For as long as you want me to help you, I will help you. I'm here. I'm with you guys.
10 years ago, Casper, I had no idea what we were doing. We know we want to come back and serve because of other folks who served us. And 10 years from now, you brothers will continue, right, to grow as leaders, as fathers and husbands and educators and politicians and musicians and business people. So I'm excited to see the impact that you all will have, like not only on your family, but your community. Because we may have helped you, but you will help thousands. And that's the vision of IYT. Thank you. IYT on 3. 1, 2, 3.
IYT!